Okay, so I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm uh, I'm in the back garden, and we've had a barbecue, and we've got a dish with some leftover chicken here that Ellie left. And I've always thought that wasps are pretty pointless, and I saw them doing something tonight that I've never seen in my life, even though I have quite a massive interest in wildlife and insects and things like that, or I certainly did when I was younger. I'm hoping you're picking all this up. If not, I'll have to do a running commentary of it afterwards. Anyway, the wasps were buzzing around us, and this dish was under the table. And we soon realised that that's what they were heading for. And we've watched them cutting lumps of chicken off of the lumps of chicken that are in the dish, and then flying rather raggedly at first, because they're obviously carrying weight that's almost as heavy as they are, and they sort of wobble about a bit until they get their wings, as it were, and they fly away carrying a piece of chicken. I have never seen this. We've had about probably 8, 9, 10 maybe wasps come and do this, so I thought I'd video it. I've got the camera, which is my phone, on a selfie stick, so it's quite close to the bowl, and all we've got to do is wait for a wasp to come. Now they know where the bowl is, because they don't look around for it like the first ones that arrived. They were looking for the food. Now they just fly straight to it. Now the other interesting thing is that just above the bowl there's a crack here between these planters, and there's a big spider in there, and one of the wasps that came down must have brushed against a bit of web sticking out. I can't see any web, but
I see.
The spider ran out as though to jump on the wasp. It missed, but we haven't disturbed it since. It's gone back in, and now we're just waiting for a wasp to appear. So hopefully that won't be too long. I'm going to stop the video because it could go on for hours, but at least I'm set up ready to go again as soon as a wasp? What's a wasp? As soon as a wasp appears. Anyway, the chicken was lovely, by the way, as were the sausages and the burgers, cooked on one of those little disposable barbecues. Actually, it's not a little disposable barbecue, it's a big disposable barbecue. And I had a pint of Guinness with it as well, which was lovely. So there's a wasp now. It's just buzzing around. And it's going to cut a piece of chicken. Now they don't seem to be much bothered if anything moves near them when they're doing this task. You watch, as I get closer it'll fly away, won't it? I'm just trying to get so you can see exactly what it's doing, because it kind of cuts around in a circle with its jaws, mandibles I suppose they're called. I'm going to try and back away as soon as it starts to fly, because it's quite funny seeing it wobble a bit with the weight of the piece of chicken. This is fascinating. I've never been fascinated by wasps. I've always thought they're pointless creatures and bloody annoying. And I swore on one of my videos, that's the first. Anyway, I think they're really annoying things, but watching them do this and then come back, it's clearly nearly free here, so I'm going to pull back a bit, so hopefully we can get it flying away. It's wobbling about, which means it's about to take the chunk of chicken. There it is. Oh no, it's taken too much. Of course, I'm quite some distance from this, so I can't see it that clearly, but I can see it's got a massive piece of chicken there compared to it. Excuse the bunged up nose, I think that's the hay fever. And hasn't the weather been wonderful the last few days? Look at this wasp, it is not going to give up until it has got a carryable sized chunk of chicken. Clearly not a vegetarian or vegan wasp. I think it's struggling with that piece, but I don't think it's going to give up. I just hope the memory doesn't run out and we don't, you don't see this, because I'll tell you, it's amazing. I love seeing them trying to fly. This one's picked on the wrong piece of chicken, clearly. Because the piece of chicken it's trying to cut a piece off of, it keeps moving, which is making its life quite difficult, I think. Has it got a piece? I think it's still too big. It has, it's cut that piece of chicken in half, look, but it's still got a massive piece that's way too big for it to carry. It looks like it's trying though, or maybe not. Is it going to keep cutting through that piece? Try to get a better angle for you. So as I say, this is just being videoed on my phone. It's not going to be excellent quality or anything. It shouldn't be too bad, as we're right up close. The phone is about 15 centimetres away from the wasp, if that. Now, to me, it looks like it's given up the original piece and gone for another piece of chicken. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Watch it flying. It's a bit wobbly at first. Oh, there it goes. Oh, wait, we might be able to see it going up there. It goes up over the roof of the house there. Okay. Sorry if you didn't get that flying away. It was a bit hard to follow it. It was all over the place. Right. There we go.